Hey guys, this is Miss Proctor. I'm going to read this week's assignment and kind of talk about it as I go along. I want everybody to be able to hear what we had during our Zoom today, except it's a lot quieter because it's just me. So anyway, I'm going to read the slides. This is on hybrid text, and hybrid text is two different genres kind of stuck together. And we've read some of the books in class that we're like, hey, it's kind of a biography, but it's also kind of fiction. Or this is, I'm trying to think. There was one, I think it was our Cranes book, the Whoopin' Cranes book, whatever. And it had some fiction as well as nonfiction mixed in. So this week our slides are, this says, read the hybrid text story about Erica's class visiting the aquarium. It is a hybrid text because it is a fictional narrative that gives us information. We call it an informational fiction. So, I'm going to click right here. Now, I am actually in someone else's work, so I'm going to try to keep the answers from showing. But I want to show you, if you want to make it a little bit bigger, you can do that. Okay? So it says, Erica was very excited. Today, her teacher, Miss Lane, was taking the entire class on a field trip to the aquarium. Erica had been to the zoo with her family, but she had never been to the aquarium. On the bus ride to the aquarium, Erica and her best friend Samantha talked about what they wanted to see the most. I want to see the penguins, said Samantha. I want to see the fish, said Erica. When they got to the aquarium, Miss Lane lined the class up. We have to stay together, Miss Lane said. This way no one will get lost. Erica listened to Miss Lane and grabbed Samantha's hand, and the class moved forward in one big group. Their first stop in the aquarium was to see the penguins. Samantha was so excited that she ran right up to the glass. Erica thought the penguins were cute, even though they smelled pretty bad. They walked funny outside the water, but were graceful when they were swimming. As the class watched the penguins move around the rocks, Erica noticed that some of them walked together. So far, this is a fiction story. You can hear we have character setting. All right, oops, let me move it up a little bit. There we go. How come some of those penguins stayed together? Erica asked Miss Lane. Well, some kinds of penguins stay together for a long time, said Miss Lane. They keep each other warm, and they protect their babies. King penguins live in colonies with hundreds of other penguins. There's our informational part. Do they talk to each other? Asked Samantha. They do, Miss Lane said. They use vocal signals, or they use visual signals. Like you do when you hold your hand up for us to be quiet, Erica said. Yes, it's like that, said Miss Lane. You see my signal, and you know to be quiet because I have something important to tell you. Penguins use signals to let other penguins know if there is danger. Miss Lane pointed at a little baby penguin. By staying in a group, the older penguins are able to keep their baby penguins fed, she said. Without the group, the babies would get lost or go hungry. I'm glad they help each other, said Samantha. Erica agreed. Miss Lane asked the class to line back up and to find their partners. Look, we're like the penguins, said Samantha as she waddled next to Erica. That made Erica laugh. The class moved as a group to the next room where there was a big tank full of fish. There were fish of all different shapes and sizes. Some were bright colors and some were darker colors. Most of the fish swam around on their own, but there was also a group of little fish all swimming together. Why are those little fish swimming together? Asked a boy in Erica's class. Sometimes fish swim in a group for protection, said Miss Lane. What kind of protection? Erica asked. You can see we're learning some things too. Well, since they are small, if they were on their own, other bigger fish could eat them, said Miss Lane. But when they all swim together, they look like a bigger fish. The class looked into the tank at the group of little fish. Miss Lane was right. When they all swam together, they looked a lot like a big fish. This way, when a bigger fish I thought I'd already read that, sorry. This way, when a bigger fish sees them, it doesn't realize that they are a whole bunch of small fish, said Miss Lane. A group of fish that swim together is called a school. Like us, said Samantha. We are a school because we all stay together and no one gets lost. Some schools of fish stick together in order to survive in their environment, said Miss Lane. For instance, if it is cold, some fish will move together to warmer water. Erica watched the fish swim together. She liked that the fish and the penguins helped each other by staying in a group. Animals were smarter than she thought. All right, so then we go into the slides. Now, we have main idea. You're going to have to write the main idea, and it says, what is the text about? Now, this isn't just going to be a word. It's going to be like a sentence. So think about, we're talking about the girls and their class going to the aquarium. We're also talking about them learning about things. So both of those need to be in your main idea. And the details, that's the evidence that supports the main idea. So you're going to find little details that tell about that. So it says, how do you find the main idea? Look at the title. Read the first sentence and or paragraph. Read the last sentence and or paragraph. Look for repeating words or phrases. That will definitely help you. So our next slide, I don't want you to look at answers, but I'm just going to show you from kind of a distance. So you're going to write the main idea. Don't do the title. You can't click on it and do anything. But you're going to write the main idea. And then you're going to write 2 details because they've already done the first one for you. So, like they wrote, Erica learned that king penguins live in colonies with hundreds of other penguins. All right, so then you have your last slide is going to be questions. And I'm going to try to cover up some of the answers. I'm struggling with that. Let's see. Now I can't read it. It says, what kind of animals does Miss Lane's class see at the aquarium? You have lions and insects, lions and fish, penguins and fish, penguins and insects. Number 2, where does most of the story take place? In a classroom, at an aquarium, on a school bus, in the ocean. Number 3, penguins and humans are similar in some ways. What evidence from the story supports that statement? Penguins and humans both use visual signals. Samantha is excited about seeing penguins at the aquarium. Sometimes small fish swim in a group for protection. Miss Lane's class watches the penguins move around the rocks. So you're going to be looking for that. Question 4. What is something that fish, penguins, and the students in Miss Lane's class have in common? They take a class trip to the aquarium. They walk funny outside the water, but are graceful when swimming. They live in colonies and smell bad. They help each other by staying in a group. Now I'm going to tell you, see, we do have, I've smelled some people at school. Just kidding. I thought you'd like that. You know you miss my jokes. Anyway, so that's your work for this week. I have included some different things that you can look at, some different resources. So I'm going to show you. I have, hopefully it's not erasing it. I don't think so. So I have some extra stuff down here. I have some, if you want extra work, you can do that. I have the hybrid story. I have hybrid text, and there it is. Hopefully this week you won't have to ask for permission to do it. I tried. I don't know what happened last week. All right. I would love to see you in my Zoom classes if you can. It's always fun to see new faces. All right, talk to you later. Bye. Miss you.